Nine, eight, seven, six, five, four, three, two, one.
Come on. They'll do not. Mushlam.
Yes. Are we on?
No, actually,
Yeah. Okay. 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 We are starting.
2 minutes.
Go.
No, 2 minutes. Was it 2 minutes?
Live is training.
Okay. All right, then I'll search it.
I want them to start.
You should go. Should be focused here. We have some very talented people sitting around with us. We will be asking some questions and getting their perspective on the situation, voting, and how they feel about voting about Biden and other candidates. So, who should I start with? I can start with you. Okay, so brother, why don't you introduce yourself and tell us who would you vote for and this committee? Yeah.
Tell you one thing that I'm not going to hold for Biden. One letter or little side, but also like that. I didn't do that because they voted for Biden the first time because it was Trump. So Biden is that was last election, not even a choice election. Simply like all that that's happening. So in debating between the let's say both candidates, whether it's Palestine or West, they're both actually very active with the Palestinian community. They actually help something or at least protest the community itself. So I think that's where I'm more leaning to, but I'm not going to get an answer exactly what. I can tell you for sure I will not be Biden. Because of anything happened recently, and for the fact, in the first time we voted for him, he was not the choice. We voted for him because we did not want to vote for Trump. So that's the gist of mine about this.
Our next is our guest is Mirka Yahya. And Mirka, please let us know who you're voting for and why. Muslim American. And previous congressman secretary years. I he voted for Biden. He's not going to get my state and my family. Specifically because I was thinking of the are just not going to take this system. And we need to remember that we don't need to choose between one and the other. It's not an opportunity. We have other options. Definitely my family are interested in learning more from the Green Party or leaning more towards the Green Party. However, you guys can hear me? And I can't hear you.
Mr. Mr. If we can proceed to the second type box to tell when the hand works with the folks, we can't hear anything. The video should also be a distance from them and there should be ease in bring. We can just move to the second piece as they figure out the situation. If you could be on top of that.
I don't know. I'm not really
We can be consistent with it if you could just
why are we so they need to just go to the school. They don't need to why are we doing that? Serena, tell him to just screen share is sharing the live stream to YouTube. Okay. I don't know.
What you guys did, so it's a great job. Thanks, Robbie. Let's see. Alright, let's see.
He was showing you upon the station.
Right.
That was something. Yes.
Yeah.
But it's
And
it's frustrating.
Yeah, that's right.
We have to
Join. It's not set up.
see it's technology. You can never trust it.
No.
It does stuff like this.
It's about bringing, it's about being. You know what? Let's have somebody from the.
Let's just have a conversation without that. Let's just stream it on YouTube. It's streamed on YouTube. He should be sharing the live stream. He shouldn't be sharing his camera. Oh, that's not streaming.
You don't want to do something independent of what they're doing. Obviously.
It's going to be streamed.
Okay, I'm just gonna go over here. When you guys hear me, it's figure it out, figure it out. I'll come sit
Yeah,
back.
I appreciate it.
I'm leaving. I'm gonna sit over here. When it's figured out and it's done and it's ready, let me know. Hey.
All right, guys. Listen, if they can't hear it, just might have the professionals do it. No.
And have you,
Listen,
don't like,
no, listen. Put the speaker on next to this phone and just give us the mic to do it. Yeah.
what a speaker.
That little speaker. Put it next to the phone and just talk to the speaker.
This one?
Put the speaker by the phone. Yeah.
Oh, that phone?
By the phone. Give us the mic. Let's do that. Here. Here. Just take the here. This would be also this is also and we were trying to put it here. It's here. And there's I think this one. There you go. Hold my phone. Here. Good old fashioned way, just keep the mic away from the no, I mean you don't want the echo, you know what I mean? Where's that phone? Where's Farah's phone? Bring Farah's phone here. Bring it right here. I just want the ball rolling. It says we cannot hear anything. Come closer to the mic. He needs to go onto the YouTube and screen share the YouTube. This is live stream to YouTube, right? This is live stream to YouTube.
Yeah, yeah.
He needs to just go to YouTube and screen share the live stream. That's it. But if he can't do it, let's just do it this way. Let's go here. Testing. All right.
I don't want to. I don't want to have to move it around like that. That was ghetto.
So what we need to do here. What was that? Hassan. Okay, listen. They screen share right
I'm a numbers guy.
from the
It's like something about electronics. There's my first subject in high school.
Okay, I know that. Screen share for the software.
Electronic lunch.
You know what? It's okay. We got a speaker going. If you just go back to the mic thing, I think we should be okay right now. Well, I'm not. Let's have that conversation, guys. All right. So you're leaning towards independence. Sweetheart, you're leaning towards what? How are you leaning?
I don't want to have the big reveal right now. Are you sure? Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, it's easy to just screen like screen. Yes. Why didn't you just screen share the live screen? Why did you get two phones? He's like, what's on five? Why? You're the worst. I didn't. Okay, but are they going back because we have the speaker done now? I know. But what I was telling you is Wednesday at 6:15, I think. Here, has the one I was told not to talk to. How do you feel about that? I'll tell you how I feel with it. I don't like people. You know, you tell that a man don't talk to so-and-so. Yeah. It's I'm talking about a campaign. You tell me the 12 students. Never. Yeah, I know you, but we're not. You're not.
I don't think anybody can match this.
But you gotta sit down.
How is that?
That's another concern.
I mean, listen, they're both vying for the vote, right? And I'm a pawn. They're both trying to move me around. If they both want to fight for my love, go at it. I'm different. As long as I get what I want at the end.
Yeah, I gotta watch it. That's my
You work for both.
yeah, technically.
The president's organization, not the campaign of me.
The organization.
They moved them to the board. No. He's with another organization.
America, see how they came like this, and you're going to come.
China. The great reveal.
So we're parallel of the campaign itself. So we're not the campaign.
Are you with another?
It's yeah. So
No, not politicians. Correct, a group, like a hat.
it's like that.
Is it a hat?
Airport.
I don't think any hat is a hat. Is that better?
I'm just should make this as a podcast stuff.
Right?
Let's have the lights coming down. Like,
Maybe it's pretty.
yeah, maybe a string.
Oh man, North Carolina has desserts and everything. They got like a whole they're all they're room for people. Not just jealous.
Yes, I mean, with the desserts and food and everything.
By any means necessary. By any means necessary. I'm just saying. I mean, you know.
I haven't been on vacation that long. Okay, that's right.
I think so. Yes.
Oh, okay.
I'd like to go and I could get it.
No. Like,
It is.
some was like, yeah. I'm still thinking at it.
I'll be surprised.
No.
Hey, you know the funny thing is looking at like I only went for one night to my nieces. They're graduating college.
Right?
One.
Well, it's, if you just reduce the age limit, you just take the little kids into college. It's not over.
Not for you. I don't know how much
They-
and years ago, that's performance center. And that is like how I was in my late 30s. And I'm able to like 40 years, 40 years. And you're like, hey, you're about and then the guy's like, hey, oh, man, I'm sorry, I'm home.
You know what? We have a league for guys like your age, like the guys I grew up with. It's not that right. But we nicknamed them who are like guardian associations are responsible for that football. We call it clearing and sleep. Well, you ready?
No, just keep it close to your mouth.
Okay, everybody you heard that. He's supposed to. So, are we ready to go? Are we doing the mics on the speaker? No, she's connected it to her phone. That means we're using it. I think the speaker needs the phone.
So what am I doing?
So they're on their watch parties online. And they want to watch you guys guinea pigs talking about your peers. And after you're done with that, they're going to analyze how the diverse community, not a monolith, is talking about this and what we should do after with all this information. Yeah. Oh, we're not recording. Oh, we are.
YouTube has been doing. I've been doing like the answers for you. So we can our thing. We go off to this meeting.
Let's do it.
It's already on live.
Let's do it.
And they'll just get it for there. Yes.
Let's just do it. We're going on the live. Hey,
So, Spirit, what you should do, just go around first and introduce everybody.
everybody curious? All
19 minutes.
right, let's go.
No, we're gonna have
Wow. Yeah, you're gonna have to take that ice cream. Made them hard, friendly.
Thank God.
This is on. All right, let's go back to to our.
And one tip for everyone, when you use a microphone, clip-on microphone, keep it simple. You move the other hand around. But if you move the microphone,
Do we have to use
We're not doing this mic. We're not doing this.
you will have to do these two microphones for the live streaming.
And for that one, we use the speaker.
That I don't know.
Yeah, I think we should. Yeah, we do.
so how can we just
We do. We have to use the speaker. We have to use the speaker. The people over there are watching the live stream, just recording it. We can respond for them in the live stream. No, we're not responding. We're not supposed to. We support each other. Do you have tape? Do you have tape? Do you have tape?
Huh?
Do you have tape? Yeah, so you can just put it on here. No. I don't know what it's a good thing that how about that? That's better, right? That's good. I don't know.
let's do a YouTube right now?
Right.
That's why too. It's
Right. Well, no, so it's right. But when we go to the Zoom,
or use the other mic.
we are putting them together
Yeah, that's fine.
because both of them have to be running at the same time.
Very funny.
Oh, here. So the mic on this one, the name of that.
Do we have two of them?
They're both some, yeah, please. Just watch your shaggies. Watch your shaggies. We have three small mics. Yeah.
Like this?
Yep. There you go. Can you take the tape, just move it to the middle so the
Yeah.
wires don't, you have to side. All right. All right, everybody, let's get started. Oh, there we go. Look, we got it right. Can you test it? Can you test it? Test it.
Oh yeah.
Test, test,
A little bit. Again.
test.
Is that too loud? Again.
No, I think it should be.
Lower it. How about now?
Try it now.
Is that good?
Is that too low?
I think that's good.
I think that's good too.
That's good?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
But can you make sure that they're hearing it?
That's why I put the speaker next to it. We don't need the speaker. No, it's okay. He wants to make sure that this is going to hear us. Okay.
Make sure they're hearing.
Yeah. So you two.
You don't have to go through it. Hear it.
Come back to the
Okay, that's it.
Yeah.
It's like, can you hear me? Can you go on video and tell me if you can hear me? Testing 1, 2, 3, testing 1, 2, 3, testing 1, 2, 3, testing 1, 2, 3. Okay, all right.
They're good?
Okay, all right. Okay.
We're good?
Let's go up this hill. Next time, let me know how you might follow my back.
So what we should do is off. So once we put it on,
Okay. All right, so here's. They switched to the St. Paul area. Patty here, Patty here, and Joyce.
so this is what we did on our side. We're gonna keep it off. So we want to
You guys keep yours on your side,
Yeah.
the girls.
Oh yeah, we can raise up.
Why do you do that? How is this? It's supposed to get. My business baby July. Okay, what was saying? That'd be enjoyed. Questions, and guys, town hall. Okay, here, protest that you got. Oh, yeah, it's like advice. Never like it's not Which one? I did. She's in North. She's in North. I got press. The man's on his way.
Oh, she's already there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I listen, that's like.
Were you like dating manager?
No, I got her.
Did you really?
Other guy.
Wheeler?
Racist. Racist guy.
I met him. He didn't seem racist, but he was just.
He so right now, yeah, his house,
Yeah.
you know, they don't want to work with shaders.
She needs to. It also the. You know, right now.
Trying.
You know, right now. Creating reaching out.
It's like I got you.
We already know that. What are you gonna do? We already knew this. It's all. We talked politics. We knew that. Right. I feel bad because I'm in the area. We get to look that.
We're gonna work.
She had right? We're down. The entire house. She was reception.
Open for it. And my mom was here from we love the Gear Jets.
They were picked out.
Yes. Overnight, that shows the city's priority and they're prioritizing us. And that's really like public fire services.
What are you gonna do?
We're gonna basically our officers will work 75 city.
You know, listen, it's important. They ended up going back to no, it's 2 square miles. That's why you don't need to establish. I don't have the state of the fire.
So it's not it's easy for the food either. They have to provide us. Provide us all in one. That's there. That's in the compound for them right now. The grants that they're getting, they always know who they're getting.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, that's why she qualifies for those grants. $20 million. So what was it come up with a grant writer and it worked. Are we ready? It's on. Are we ready to go? Watch soon. And we have to, as soon as we start, then we go back. Yes. Should we start over with the people's news?
Whose phone is beeping? Mike, is that your phone? Whose phone is over there? No, it's over here.
It's the
And after this, we are next. This is the right after this, we're next. And it will show on the this is live stream on YouTube. It will show that we are on. Some glitches. Let's try to do better.
There's so many people in Dearborn. We can get somebody.
This is why we bring this. We need them. We need them. Please. Donate to America. Let me just record this.
I will pay the guy $200 next time to do this.
That's all. Thank you.
It's too small. No, there's a bunch of schools that could have. Just the food care might. There's a saying in American,
That's atin po is that pagkas. Não ficamos. Atin po is that pagkas.
You're still gonna eat.
At least it's good. You see also it's good. Let them get their big purpose.
Last time their meat.
I mean, there has to be an option to do that, no?
And look, some guys that had never baked in their life.
So once I learned to do
I do.
Ever. Yeah. Have you baked a cake?
Yes. What's the problem?
Yeah, there's a message that meetings.
You have.
Just get a box of cake.
I said.
You add no next.
I,
The difference.
Actually, I've been a lot of things on it.
I get
I
it.
bake, I cook, I do everything.
Hey,
That's exactly me.
you're an analysis.
16. Yeah, I don't know how they're not. Well, no, you do a lot of food. You just ask me the various. I said a very 60.
Oh, yeah.
Whoever baked.
100%.
Of course, I baked the table.
Where did you learn this?
Delicious America.
Oh. The pot is calling the town black. He said to a woman that I was sexist. A man told a woman she was being sexist. A man coming from their privileged patriarchy. Like this is conversation.
We have no
Just make
privilege.
shit.
We're not on.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
We have to do
I don't
No,
wish I wasn't over. That's something.
in this day and age, you do the transition.
You can get I know, right?
You could.
I mean, you can get married. I mean, no one asks how much money you make. Yeah, you can. Please, if I bring you to my, if I come to your dad, he's gonna be like, nice, let's form it up.
You can't even get
Come to
married.
my dad, he's gonna say, what's your favorite color?
Married. You can't marry you want. That's what I say. Maybe.
Yeah, but he's it's thinking that they're very soft.
Sorry, guys. Can I get anybody to talk again? Okay, I was just I would know if you're into sports, you guys are exactly like okay. And you guys are from the same thing.
The only difference is in some places like big roads and that kind of stuff. So it's
So what's your sense again?
you made it hard.
Like, well, we came from the village. We don't know better. What about you? Come on, I need your back up.
I'm just writing a lot of big epics.
They're not listening. It's funny though. You could get Cam. You said you lived at home, right? So, they're at get it veiled.
Bunch of dagger marks on the outside. It's kind of this is where they swung the dagger.
Okay, so
Did everybody see the new oh yeah, so good. That's what you got.
you guys go like
No, that's great. This was amazing.
was amazing. What was good about it?
Well, the word was actually very interesting.
What was it? What was it? No, I didn't. Mexican.
Oh,
So images.
we got some. No, it's just creative. Not a role play. Yeah, you got it very well done.
It's just my quality.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's 2 seconds and my daughter was yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
My daughter asked her.
But it's sort of when you pull life down, so that's a little good.
I don't know if it's a funny guy. It's just like, well, they want him to say, he doesn't have to say anything. He's like,
not necessarily. No, the city of Dearborn guys.
Oh, that's it? Usually, oh my God, you see something easier. Yeah, that's
We're not on the same page.
that's the yummy video.
She
Not
doesn't.
even together. I know.
Look at her. She doesn't.
Yeah, well, you know what? Egyptians are always
Yeah.
you would know. You're like,
I've been being house since my comments too. There's been actual in the first section, but sometimes for politics, in Washington D.C., they're not local.
are we ready to go?
Which ones?
Is it also like we're talking about dairy episodes? So we make jokes about it. Like we really like the parents and say, that's all right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's thinking like
It's like you gotta understand the geography that you're facing. That's what I see for areas. You're not representing. You're representing. You're right here in your backyard that you represent. And that's what we elected you to be our families.
If you look at your mom, you can take that nice
It's mixed, but it doesn't have to be so called the way that she does it.
He's like,
Not getting everything done right because of how much pushback she has from everybody else around her. Because of her rhetoric on Palestine. Because APEC has already blocked her out. The U.S. government certainly has blocked her. I mean, it's been happening. It's not, it's been happening. So, it's like, what do you have to lose, right?
Yeah, they're doing
Actually, why would you pay at the arts? What decade I was born
yeah, it's weird. People are like, I don't exactly how old you are.
We do, but this is the thing. If she came around the table, like an actor's table like this,
yes.
I would see more than 70
They were Southwest.
Yeah, this is yeah, exactly.
That's what we sold.
right? There's a budget. That was very fancy. Like she had different scary.
You remember Cat South?
She could flip over. Like I'm certain. No, flip over to reference. I guess what I'm adjusting, right?
At that time, I know it's just like just something middle left. It was this middle left.
Like I'll tell you something. I just love it personally.
They also best for one time was cheap.
Whenever you surround yourself, it makes it. You know, on the data side, people have percent. You know, I thought about you when we were talking about our other liberals.
Yeah, like,
Seems like you know you can't face that.
This looks like my lips again.
Yeah, that was fine.
Very.
And we talked more.
Yeah.
I don't know. I got very close.
Like a minute, like.
We're going into our going into
Because of that, I mean, we all, I don't.
okay, so they're very so okay, they're very conservative. I don't know where you got
Okay,
it.
forget about that. Let's talk about the substance.
Okay, so you said like.
And she had an issue with me. Like she
Ryan said
she did something to try to basically cancel me out.
let's get to the point. Parents right now,
But I fired back.
Over their child, over their education.
but they don't have
I
right.
fired back.
So this
She tried to cancel
you said
me
parents' rights.
because she was guilty by association with me.
Should they have a right over the curriculum?
I can't go into
Should they have a right over?
there's a
Look, I don't know.
Check out.
I've seen it.
But right, should they have any rights or say in the curriculum? They're supposed to do that.
my business card gets through too.
So,
Well, this is a good design, so I think it's stupid. But I think parents should have,
No, I don't spend time in both. Lots of like I get to get a little bit.
yes, they can.
certain times in action.
Women's need a state has the right to their sexual. But, that's a right. So what's the point of the right? But as a policy, that's your yes.
There's something
I
that
used to be her.
my parents.
Okay, so why do you say dance? Just because that's.
No, the first step
Oh my God.
the first step is
Everybody has their.
We all could agree to disagree on that.
yes.
You know, like myself.
You could say, for
If you
instance,
are suspended, you feel very safe to.
you could say the first step of review. In other words, if
Especially here in Europe, like state houses pass a resolution
don't
recognizing LGBT shouldn't what especially in the face of the community. Right? And it's the best council member
because this book is not.
right? And we have a Muslim mayor that starts every session saw
Investigate on its own parent approval list.
right? How are we going to be able to get to that?
That's the second grade.
It's not in the Muslim city. Right?
Oh,
wait.
Right.
But
They pretend they just.
Let's say
But I'll tell you, but not this happened in Oak Park with a city to population.
so you bring up this book, hey, everybody, I think this book.
They wouldn't go for that.
The first step during the investigation, put it on the parent approval list. We do the investigation. That way, if it is somebody who has approval list, it states that. Should have been on the parent approval list. Gets off the. They have a list that's actually going to be very, very tiny. I'm my reflex would be against. Because
You see, like, he got the peace resolution.
really,
Not resolution, because the city,
Can you ban me?
are not,
Can you ban me?
but the
schools don't show.
according to them, they do.
Okay, but schools don't have a movie.
You do realize that state anything solving resolution or ceasefire, it's not a clear, it's not a war, it just shows opportunity law.
That's
If you're
Really want to keep
we chose you.
Well, there's
What are you
people
doing?
that's
You have to
like,
get
And I'm sorry, I'll go system, but
yeah, again,
I'm working on it.
you're talking about specific
And
instances.
what is that so much?
no, I'm talking about wrong case.
You're talking
Ceasefire.
How do you establish
Police wants to use on genocide. But why do you?
and how do you accept?
so you're saying
Hey, I'm saying that.
her mom was the, or I don't think it should have been there. Was the
You don't like that. That's not a
If you,
The man may not say.
stop.
10 years
so
ago,
her daughter is a state rep.
I think that's what I heard.
No, okay.
You can say this.
No, I think it was the previous state rep. Her mom also was
Recent.
the mayor of Farmington.
Yeah.
There's a heavy influence in that city.
And putting it out there.
We didn't know.
That was my business.
And then this thing works for it. Does he make ground? I don't know which one is it. Is it? They used to be for.
But I had 50,000, 60,000.
Yeah. So genocide. The majority.
All of the English speakers. So you're putting this on.
So you guys want to talk about it?
You could read more books to tell you what is valid for us, right?
So you guys know Ungate, right?
Yes. Don't put it on the shelf.
Nobody was Haley Stevens has the same religion.
It's
What
about.
goes beyond?
It is a
Listen,
There's so many found inside media process.
you guys know the history of what?
Extreme forms of ban. I know that and very local community.
Why did it so Ungate actually? What else? We used to work for the state.
Having a discussion about process,
Obviously, we know if you work for the state department,
saying
what do you guys?
that's what you're saying.
I'm really some.
Yeah.
Some. Say the original conversation. Well, so looking at that on your back, we're just gonna get lots of stuff to fucking get on. But the administration, we're gonna toss it live stream. Yeah. Before that is you.
That's YouTube. This is also live stream YouTube. Okay, let's put this up on this one.
Hold on, focus and look at those cameras. I'm approaching it. Around here in this, I've seen schools by like, this looks really fun. This is the most free right that you give to us every, oh, I think it's on the parents. I decided to drive, I decided to expose. I decided to date this.
No, you gotta put the whole phone.
I wanted to. I don't want your call. I think by he's a male. He's a male. I want him by birth. That's his legal name. You gotta call him. That's my decision. As a parent, I can decide that I'm 18. That's parental rights. You can see like, oh, and you guys did everything right. You're right. And different things. Yeah, I feel like the next my school.
Tell everybody, please call me. Okay.
It's legal name is.
Legal name is
That is the size.
He's
It's
call me back in. What if
last year.
This is just several.
Last year, I have seen it. Okay.
Yeah, there's things, and one of the things was, remember the earthquake that happened in northern Syria? So America was gonna send aid to northern Syria. You know who was the lead person to block that aid and tell Obama not to?
School can't do it. And I find that,
Space restrictions.
you know, the stuff that's on the seat of the it's very emotional. He's emotionally. So it's not mentally. The school can't.
Airspace signals under Syria.
Because what's
For
going
aid.
when you get to the same
And you know what? When I said that a couple of weeks ago,
you can't.
I just said to
I
really got the call on it.
manufactured price.
No, you said
These things don't actually
Some of my friends are friends with them.
on any sort of scale that matters.
they have.
I'll tell you, on any sort of scale,
I don't care what's happening in that country, but people need help.
I'm concerned about
Right? And you're sitting here, Syria. Yeah, Syria.
to spend.
Right?
You
And you went to estimates,
Which works for me.
and it was a lot.
We're asking for us to be
Right? When you guys were all in the States, and you guys were also in Iraq, and the Greens were working.
You think
Do you know what they actually were?
look at the electric that advocating for anti electric.
listen, if the Yemenis was to run against you, you're going to see it all. And it's because of
That's right now. It's just not good chance. She's like, oh, I'm working with both sides. You know, this is not fans are buried in Iraqi blood during the Bush administration.
Okay.
That's what you see a picture of Aaron Bush.
As a myself.
Listen, he was the main one. Unless it's somebody who's bloody, it's held to want to sit down in Hussein's castle.
I didn't say the word bookend. I said, don't say those words.
She compared her intelligence officer.
This is a bad introduction. It's none of them swear.
Alienating,
What's the at first? I trust me. I don't.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's not a baby. Yeah, it's like a favorite process. This election
during the process, you're asking for it to be banned.
some did. Some did. Okay. Generalizing. And again,
You just said you did.
look, I asked for a review.
Yeah, but in the process of review,
Yeah. And that's awesome. Okay, here. Yeah, it's with yes. And it was okay.
because
So
the,
you were
because
back.
the worst, the worst.
Okay, so
The worst, the most likely person.
if you, the worst outcome is if this kid was learning how to go to Tinder, actually met another man, got raped from it. Yeah, that's a worst outcome. And just pull the word that works. That's a worst outcome.
kids, do you think kids, or do you think kids are learning how to go to sleep or reading in the library?
Read it, yes, that's
But do you think they're learning that?
it was telling
Do you
them
think
how
they're
to do
learning
it.
about sex in books in libraries?
It was telling them.
I'm gonna, well, it's,
It was.
forget about that.
You're a book reader. Let's
Forget about that.
okay, I'm talking
I'm not
about
talking
that book.
Did you see how many times it was checked out? It's very bad.
It was checked out by 7 twice.
Yeah, well, no, other books.
Other books I know about.
Other books what? And this is what they were public. Certain parents, they added these books to an online base where you don't need to check them out. You can go online and read, and from there, you have no stress. Do you think a book that talks about gay kids should be out of the library? It shouldn't be out of the library. It shouldn't be there.
No.
That's what I'm asking. I think personally should be there in the first. What about a book that talks about something?
It's not.
In what way?
I think that's extreme. I like it. That's not.
That's that question about a gay kid.
That's correct.
What about a book that talks about a Muslim kid being or a Muslim kid? Well, you can't get bullied. It's different than. What about a gay kid being bullied? Well, the gay kid should be. The school should protect them. About a book. Well, book about a gay kid being. What's the book gonna? If the book is not gonna reference to sexual acts, it's okay. When a gay kid gets bullied, people bully him about they bully him in sexual. But not books that reveal pictures of sexual acts, right? And that's our case.
I've tried.
Well, but this whole movement that Stephanie started was never about a particular book. It was about lifestyles not being promoted in the while we specify the balance to the book. And we might have not really. It was really about lifestyles being promoted in the city. I mean, everybody can. It's not the way they want to. There's gay Americans, believe it or not. Okay, there's gay Americans, and if one or two of them feel like the media doesn't accept them because they're going to school board meetings that says Adam and Eve, Adam and Steve, and they think that's how their community feels about them, we could end up with a suicide that's completely preventable. But this is the thing, we should yeah, but we shouldn't be promoting it. That's not what they want to school. We're having a book about somebody's experience about from
We're going to pause this.
Are we actually starting? There, the host will go to whatever.
Let's stay. Private conversation.
We should share them.
So,
Want to make an exporter to feed everybody? Turn off the speaker. In case we you're in the voice over, yeah. Okay.
On your phone.
Thank you. Is everybody in it?
On your.
Just turn to his screens. Just turn up his screens.
Alright, we're all here with one mission.
Okay, yeah, we should be on the screen. So the meeting, that's the live stream.
you're getting there.
Are we good to go?
Yeah.
Let's go back to the live stream, yeah. So
Six, I'm leaving it on 40.
So let him talk.
All they have like nothing.
So we introduce you first, so then to the question.
No, not introducing the voting separately. Let's go straight to who are you supporting, why?
I'll just say the name.
Say what city you're from.
Just if you get the microphone, just say your name. You're welcome to the Where are we from?
Sure.
Long.
Yeah.
Don't you? That's your mom.
At the mines.
Community along that group. How you doing?
You're
Like,
There.
Yes, what's the next?
It's like the whole, you know what I'm really happy about is that area on Michigan Avenue after you exit East Dearborn, it's all the country. Where they built the football house. It's up on Michigan Avenue. That's what is it coming in?
It's been a long time.
I mean, that was so.
Now we have all.
Eventually there'll be a ours and trophy. They've somebody put it on. A lot of different stuff. Right?
They have Tallway right now.
They're what?
Tallway.
What?
Tallway.
Never met somebody.
Tallway. Tallway coffee. It's flags. It's
Yeah, yeah.
Tallway coffee. No, it's not. It's their. It's like the one village of the south end. It's their.
You might want to work out. Yeah, whatever. Open up a journal.
It's right. And it's
Start getting whiteness. First of all, you gotta make money. So I got grading these like this.
So that's but this is I want. I think there is. It's not off chance.
Essentially the same competition.
He means slow down a lot. Never.
No, no, no,
Don't join Dearborn in the rock.
no, no, no.
Oh my God.
Just based on the coffee shops.
Because look, you're racist.
Do you know how many more there are?
So what?
But if they all work, what's the
61? 61?
I can see that
You know economics, right? What's gonna happen?
Yeah, eventually, yes, why not keep pushing?
50% are gonna crash.
It's fine, but
And we should educate our population on to diversify.
Well, my, what if
I see companies. I see companies also making money. No, let me go open up.
That's what.
what if the market can tolerate 20 Yemeni coffee shops?
Let's be really
Well,
We need to see our tolerance for coffee.
yeah, we got to.
We need to worry about what's
Yeah,
happening.
but the market will decide that. I'm a market, I believe in the market, let the market decide. Well, right now, it looks like they're all doing trade.
I bet you.
Or no.
But this is the thing. Each one of
Why do people always say that about places that are outwardly Arab, but not burger shops? Nobody says there's too many burger shops. They say there's too many. I know, but nobody says there's too many burger shops. Nobody says there's too many pizza places, but they say there's too many empty cafes.
I agree.
Well,
I'm tired of seeing the same old stuff. I'm proud.
So what?
Oh my God.
But so
It's not old, it's new.
Here,
I'd rather see the Yemeni do that than Starbucks do that.
right.
I'd rather see the Yemeni market have the right to stop.
It's not.
Okay, good. So you're right. What you're supposed to The Starbucks are suffering because of the
But then now the infrastructure is something.
well, when that happens, the market will deal with that. But yeah, the market will. But the same. So you don't like seeing every store in Europe.
So we're gonna wait until people are losing money from our.
Yeah, but my bad.
That's what happens in any stuff. That's what happens in any business.
Because the initial investment in a building like this.
I see the whole store, I have all gates,
properties.
whole store, whole coffee, the whole area, all of it.
This is the thing. It's just, I'm a landlord and that was the day, right? And I pick and choose when I run, that's not my area, not my area. But if I see two coffee shops opening,
Talk with you, like,
Sure.
If
this happens for 90 minutes.
yeah. You guys have 2 minutes.
Give it 2 minutes.
Yeah, okay, if it goes on.
Honestly, what happened?
It's okay. I can, even if we go on, I can sit back down. It's not a big deal. I can squeeze through, but I forgot about this.
be careful.
Can I unplug this and plug it back in? What is it? The karaoke thing?
Right here, look.
Oh.
No, you can jump.
No, I'm gonna. I don't know. I don't know what that is.
Where are you going?
And you are the.
Just right over here.
Where?
Serena. Seen her. Serena.
I worked for someone for 15 years upstairs at all.
Yeah.
That's
Like things so like you're doing this is why each other.
I'm really so I'm like, oh, they're gonna make us.
Yes, inshallah.
It's serious arguing. Just like,
So if not is the next week, that's actually this is the meeting they love too. So
Whenever you're gonna be here.
they said we are ready, so they should give us some live streams. We see us out there at the meeting.
and I think also they're gonna. So, if we just there.
I'm going to talk to them.
Why? Yes. Oh, the sun just came up.
We're here. I'm here.
we are like great, so I think we're off.
We're there.
Oh, you're there. Okay.
We're
So every other mission, we have Shadi.
Turn the back.
Mike and Mark.
No, don't turn it.
The Shadi just. Shadi is really all right, so we're in.
No, it's coming off. You can push it back. Yeah.
That's my.
Let me go around. Because they're now that we're live.
Great, thank you. And with us, we have our last other first, so other, who would you vote for this election in mind?
Well, hi, everybody. Thanks for bringing us all together, especially Sarah and Sabrina. It's an honor to bring us all together. Look, ultimately, at the end of the day, we have to beat Biden. And we are in a swing state. In fact, we're sitting on the east side of the airport, which is 90% air, which might be the neighborhood that decides who the next president is. It's how close it's getting. And so I think we have to keep our options open to basically keep open the possibility of using whatever tool is the sharpest. Now, if you're mobilizing enough people to vote third party and you really know that you have those numbers, then maybe that's the strategy we should go for. But we shouldn't cut off any possibilities at all. That helps. Okay, got it. So this is the mic that's actually picking up. So ultimately, at the end of the day, you can keep all the options open. If that means doing something that, which might be seen as extreme, like possibly voting for Donald Trump. The question we have to ask ourselves: if you were the last to vote on election, and you knew it was time, and you are the last voter to break the tie, if you vote for Biden, he wins. If you vote for Trump, Biden loses. And Trump wins. If you vote third party, it goes to some process that you might not know what the result is. What are you going to do? And I think we all know the answer to that. So we have to keep all options open. We can't get behind, I don't think it's worth any of our energy or reputation to fully get behind Trump in a substantial way. In other words, even if he promises something, he can't be trusted. He's a racist, he's a con man, he's a liar, he's an idiot. We can't really trust anything he says. So even if he says, I'm not going to do the Muslim ban, you don't go around parading that. You don't want to do anything that might put you in a situation where you get invited to the Republican National Convention. We don't want to do that. Okay, but we do want to make sure that we are keeping all our options open. And maybe he'll be the sharpest tool to be fine. We still have many months to decide those strategies, but we have to make sure we're keeping all our options open. Where do you want
Same question to you. So, who would you vote for this election and why?
Salam all. I think Amr summarized the whole process. Yep, they're good. The only one thing I want to add is I know I will not vote for Biden. We did that last election because we did not want Trump. So Biden was that choice to start with. And even if you just look, the whole concept of the state as on the side, Biden was not mentally physically capable of running this country. So far, he's the oldest person to run in this country and be a president. And we just cannot trust him. And there was a special report not too long ago telling what everyone else knows that he has dementia. So I'm not quite sure how government like a president who has dementia in the strongest position in the world. So that one is out of picture. And then the fact that has become moving up for him. And even people say Trump was instead of Biden right now, we would have not done this because we did not do any wars. This is a completely false narrative. Trump would have done worse. They're not any better than each other's. So even though I might not vote for Trump, I consciously cannot actually see myself 100% going for Trump. I want to say that presidents that people who like the third party counterpart meeting send are rallies or against the president like Palestine and the West fighting for the Palestinians, which is the most important cause that I understand here. This is the most important cause for this community, especially in working and living in the daily basis with all the same people. We cannot also just abandon the third party and just community and support us. So I think we have to play it smart at one point and see if we, what does that mean 5 months? Or Trump is already winning without argument. I think that the bottom point is Biden should not win. We have to play a crucial role in making sure he doesn't win. And then we have to start joining someone to be rally behind the party. And last thing I would say, consciously just don't see myself voting for a racist person like Trump. But I think it's important we have to come to something that people are the biggest force.
Thank you, Kelly. And now, Nigel, I would like to ask you the same question. Who would you vote for this election and why?
All right, good afternoon. Everyone, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
My esteemed colleague here. My esteemed colleague here, Ahmed and Shadi. They mentioned that Trump is a con man, he's a racist, he's a liar. You can say the exact same thing about Biden. And I want to say this. I was going to vote for Trump, but it was a decision, a very hard decision, because let's be honest, Trump says some dumb shit in my language. Okay? So I was not really that, let's say, motivated for it. However, with what's going on right now in Gaza, I want to make this point. It's not about Trump or Biden, it's about punishing Biden. It's about punishing Biden. Therefore, I'm 100% enthusiastic supporting 100% Trump in this November because that is the best way to guarantee that Biden will lose. From a numbers perspective, if you use common sense, Michigan won. Biden won by 150,000 votes. We have 100,000 Arab American votes. If we vote third party, theoretically, Biden could win. So therefore, the only way we're going to punish Biden, I could care less, the devil himself could be president. The, let me say that one more time. The devil himself could be president before Biden becomes president with what he's done. I don't want to hear about, to be honest with you, I don't want to hear about, oh, it could have been much worse, this, and that. We have 50,000 dead Gazans that did not make it through the Biden administration. There's no way on God's green earth we're going to support any kind of option that will bring this war criminal into office again. Thank you.
Make sure you have the votes.
Ask me the same question again.
So your go ahead and switch you up for Biden.
Okay, so my name is Mike Ashton. I'm the mission coordinator for Arabs for Trump. We are parallel with the Trump campaign. We do not coordinate, but we do have a direct line to the president. Obviously, people know I already want them both, which is Trump. You know, I've worked on the campaign so far 3 times. We got to look at something this year. If you sit at home and don't want to vote, you're basically not participating. You don't care what's going on in your country or even in the Middle East. Right? Another thing, if you're going to vote for third party, right? I mean, with the way things are going now and the way we see it, third party will never win a presidential election for the foreseeable future. But if we decide that we're going to stand behind Trump as a community and let it be known that it was Arab Americans that got Trump into office, we're going to signal to both sides that our vote doesn't matter for the next 50 years, right? We're going to sit there and dictate policy. We're going to sit there and dictate what happens because both sides know now that our vote is going to be the deciding factor in any election, right? We showed Trump when he basically put the so-called Muslim ban that we didn't vote for him, right? And that was a sign that showed the Republicans that yes, our vote does matter. And that's why this year we created this group called Arab American for Trump. It was a direct order from Trump Circle to do it. And we are eager, we are engaging with the community. 2 days ago, Trump just came out and said that he will give green cards to foreign nationals that graduate from our universities. I mean, that's an accomplishment by itself right there before he's even the president, because he knows that our vote matters. He knows that as Arab Americans, as Muslim Americans in the country, especially from an ethnic background, that we matter in this country. Yes, there was people around it that had a false narrative. The media also played a key role into this, telling us that Biden was the better option. But Biden has said that he was a Zionist. How would we as Arab Americans stand behind a guy from the beginning that said he was a Zionist? Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. I will ask the same question to you. If you will for this election.
Assalamualaikum everybody, nice to be with you. My name is Zahra Ali. I'm from Southwest Detroit. I'm an activist and a former congressional staff. Who I'm going to be voting for will still be decided, inshallah, because I don't really trust everything that's being said. There are a lot of things up on the table, a lot of more needs that we need to make sure are being met. But for sure, it's going to be neither of the first two. Biden, the name Biden, and I'm never going to vote for Trump. I never have and never will. They both are conmen, and I guess they both are extreme liars, and you can't trust either side. There was a quote, I'll paraphrase, that said there's two wings on the same bird, and I'm not going to trust either one. However, I do see myself leaning toward the Green Party, and they will have my vote so long as more of the criteria are being met with the needs that we need to make sure are going to be fulfilled. But neither side is going to take my vote, neither side is going to take my family's vote, and I challenge that they won't take my family's vote as a young Muslim woman. So that's where I stand. Thank you, Veronica. Would you like to Farah?
Thank you so much. So I'm going to go to a couple questions to challenge you all and to receive kind of your thoughts and ideas on why you're voting a certain way or how you respond to certain criticism. The first one goes to those of you that are voting for independent voters. That would be America, and as I've heard of Shadi, and possibly also Ahmed. Voting for an independent party, as Naji noted, would result in a Biden win. And if that's the case, how do you respond to that criticism that you could potentially be a factor in Biden not being called accountable?
Something you repeat.
How do you respond to the criticism that if you vote for third parties, you help the Biden?
I mean, it's a criticism. There's always going to be criticism in politics. Then they say this about the previous election when we had Biden and Trump. It was in Trump and Hillary. And we actually voted for Hillary. And I don't know why they keep thinking that we're going to fall for the same pattern, for the same issues, for the same tricks. I mean. And I'd like to say, as a Gen Z, Gen Millennial, we are tired. We're really tired of seeing all of these tricks being played on us. We know that there's better, and we aren't afraid to go out and to actually make a fuss about the election that's going to cost us our livelihood, our lifestyle, and our futures, because you guys are already messed up with people. And you made all these promises. Trump said this, Biden said that, and so far we've had so many different genocides happening in the world, and coming from our money, coming from our tax dollars. And yet we still have trust in these guys who are, one of them is the fraud, the one with the liar with dementia. We have better options. This is a democracy, it's not an oligarchy. It shouldn't be, and it shouldn't be between two votes, two options. It has to be more than that. That is America. If we go and actually look into our history and look into why we came from the British, and I'm a history buff, so go further back. That's why we're here. That's why we're a country. We need to go back to that.
So, look, first on the idea that Biden has dementia, Biden does not have dementia. Okay? Because, by the way, if someone has dementia, you don't hold them responsible for their decision. He does not have dementia. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's old, he's rickety, he doesn't know how to walk, all that kind of stuff. But he knows exactly what he's doing. Otherwise, you can't hold him responsible for those things. Look, I think, again, we have many months until the election. We have to keep all the options open. Yes, I understand the Biden sort of like desires. You want to bring down the two-party system. You want to be able to vote your conscience. You want to defeat Biden. All these different things that we have going on. I get it. We have to decide what is the most important thing, because sometimes you can't have both. And so if the most important thing to you or anybody is to show the two-party system that it doesn't mean anything to you, okay, vote third party, but then you better be okay with whatever outcome comes out. If your number one goal is to defeat Biden, then you have to keep all options open. That's just the way it is. And I think what has happened now is, as Arab Americans, our political future has become completely tied to whether or not Biden wins. If he wins, no one will ever listen to us ever again. If he loses, we'll probably have more power than we ever had before. And by the way, no matter what happens, whether we vote for Trump or vote third party, no matter how we make Biden lose, The meeting the next day is with the Democrats, not the Republicans. So we don't have a place in the Republican Party. I mean, with all my respect, Mike, we just don't have a place in the Republican Party. That's clear to me. But whatever we do, we use that to get more power. But if Biden wins, we're never going to have power again. We'll have less than we've ever had before. We're also guaranteeing ourselves that the next Democratic presidential nominee is probably going to look just like him with the same policy. And so we have to make sure that he loses. Now, if you can make sure he loses and preserve these other things that we care about, voting for a third party, bringing down the two-party system, great. But again, I'll ask you the question, and you don't have to answer. But I have to ask you the question I want to ask the question. If you knew you were the deciding vote on election day, you can vote for Biden and he wins. You vote for Trump and Trump wins and Biden loses. And you vote for a third party and it goes through some process that you don't know what's going to happen. What are you going to do? That's the question you have to ask yourself when you live in a state like this. Yeah, much about it. So just to add, I think the dimension part of my decision, which was the Biden. I completely agree with you. It's not just Biden, it's Biden administration. Biden really dictates this administration. He is just being used. He knows where he's going. He's still not physically. We criticize Biden. Criticize the but I'm also what I'm very that mentioned earlier. We want Biden to lose, but also we have to build consciousness. And we are tired of the same people over and over. I feel like at one point during the 100, where dictatorship sits for 40 years, 30 years, he leaves and his family comes over. They had Bush, and when they didn't want to run again, they had Obama, and the Clinton wives, like Hillary wanted to run again. Then we had Trump, and then Biden didn't want to run again, and Trump wanted to run again. Just like the legacy of inheritance is coming with life. We are still considered key parties, whether it's the Democrat or Republican, maybe one is slightly better than the other. But we have to start somewhere. In last election, as the group for third parties was not as strong as it is right now. And I agree with you. And also, it should not be put on the voter to be held accountable when it comes to the election. The Democrats screwed up and they put Biden in power. It's their job to find someone else to this reward my vote. My vote isn't a man, I'm going to be responsible for it. I completely understand this is why I'm still undecided if you actually don't vote for Trump, then Biden can win. If you win, then that's another problem. But it's up to the Democrat Party if they want to get my vote, give me someone worth my vote. And let's not talk in here about diversity. Also, if you look at universities, the Ivy League universities, which has the smartest and most richest people in this country, not all are Arabs, not all are Muslims, and some of them they have nothing to do with what's going on in Palestine. They are the ones that they're rising up as the Great Awakening because of what the Democrats have done in the past 8 to 9 months. So I completely agree with the fact that if we vote third party, we might leave Trump to win. And that's not up to the voter. That's up to the other candidate to be worth my vote and to actually attract my vote, not to me like, oh, I'm not, we're sick of the death of the table. But I think it's something we have to think about.
So what would you do if it was a tie game?
Shouldn't be excited.
Well, that's fine. But what would you do if it was a tie game? Just answer that question.
It was so. I honestly still cannot mentally vote for a person who keeps saying he want to kill the Arabs. Like, I know Trump says a lot of shit, and he might be true, he might be not.
Yeah, but Biden's actually being.
I'm not saying this, but they're both.
I know. So if you had the chance to beat Biden, you wouldn't take it.
I will. Okay, I will. I mean, honestly, I think we talked about this last time. But we have to wait for the last few weeks where we get like the polls and saying Biden is leading, Trump is leading. And at that point, I think I'm going to go with the third party if Trump is already leading. The way I'm going to put it is if Biden wins without our vote, this is if Biden wins with our vote, it's horrible. If he wins without our vote, it's even worse. It's literally a lot to think about for this community, but we agree on what has to be.
So the next question goes to Naji and Mike, specifically about your vote for the Republican Party over the years and even at present, the party, the candidate continues to disrespect our community, to say Islamophobic rhetoric, continue to talk in ways that are just as bad, if not worse, than the Democratic Party in terms of what they would do to Palestine and how they're responding to the Palestinians. How do you square actually voting for a party or a candidate on that ticket that is continuing to say the rhetoric that they do?
Okay. A couple of points that I want to mention. Number one,
Oh, yes.
number one, I'm actually an independent. I honestly think both the Republican Party leadership and the Democrat Party leadership are corrupt. Okay? That's what I believe. As it comes to this election, I want people to understand something. There is a difference between stupid rhetoric, dumb rhetoric, racist rhetoric, and actually dropping bombs on people in Gaza, in Rafah, in all of these refugee camps. Literally, Israel has dropped hundreds of 2,000-pound bombs on civilians. Who in God's name is allowing that to happen? It's the Biden administration. For me, this election is not a normal election. Normally, I will go conscience, this. To me, the number one priority of this election is to punish Biden. Regardless of whatever happens, we must punish Biden for what he did. 50,000, 60,000, whatever the case may be, dead Palestinian children. I can live with a guy calling me stupid, this, that. But am I really going to vote for somebody who has authorized dropping bombs on children? And here's the thing, in the Biden administration, this is why I'm not just angry, I'm like angry at a high level, like extremely emotionally angry when I hear this war criminal Blinken. He tells people in public, oh yeah, we're talking to Netanyahu, we're telling him we got to do this. And behind the scenes, he's authorizing 10, 20,000 tank shells. And where is that going? That's being dropped on women and children. Okay? So therefore, for me, it's very simple. And uh, please don't anybody get offended, okay, what I say, but please reconsider. Don't think about Trump, he's evil, this, that. It's not about Trump. It's about making sure 100%. We don't want to leave it to any chance that Biden must lose this election in November, and the best way to do that is voting Trump. And that's why I'm wholeheartedly voting Trump.
Well, real quick, Mike, same question to you. How do you justify giving your vote to a party and a candidate that continues to disrespect your community and have rhetoric that is worse than what is even being stated on the other side?
So, in the end of the day, we got to look back at the roots of this disrespect, right? Let's face it, Arab Americans within the Republican Party is non-existent. Muslims within the Republican Party is non-existent. We have given our souls over to the Democrats. And in the end of the day, one person like myself can't get the job done, can't change their rhetoric. Okay. Yes, I've had meetings with the Trump administration. Yes, I've met Trump himself. Okay. Trump himself is not a racist. Trump has a Jewish son in law and another that's a Lebanese son in law that's Maronite Christian from Lebanon. If we're going to talk about racism, how would the guy be racist if the guy married off one of his daughters to a Jew and another one off to a Lebanese man from a Middle Eastern country? You know, let's face it. At the end of the day, look, we got to understand about the rhetoric, right? The media played a key role in trying to hit Trump and saying that he's a racist. Let's look at Trump's cabinet when he was in office. Who was on his cabinet? One of the people was Ben Carson. Are we going to mention that? Are we going to mention Alex Azar? You know, the media likes to keep that away. The media does not like to see ethnic people on a person that they've been pointing at as a racist and coloring him as a racist. We're beyond that at this point. We're at a point right now where we got to hold Biden accountable. I mean, if we're going to sit here and get upset at a mean tweet, we're not going to go anywhere. We're going to keep having bombs being dropped on us. We're going to have another Biden administration that's going to do even worse. And they're not even going to listen to us. So, what would you rather have? A guy that pushes out a mean tweet and thinks, oh, it's the end of the world, and yet gas prices were lowest, groceries were at a lowest, and we had peace? Or should we go with a guy that's knowing what he's doing, like Amazon said, that's knowing that he's giving bombs that's killing our people? Which one do you want? Yes, I get it. Both sides in either way are not the right sides that some of you may say, but we have to choose one. We're at a point right now where we have to choose one. And the third party is not a feasible, choice.
Are you prepared to give your support unconditionally to Trump without any concessions?
No, absolutely not. And when
So yeah, to respond, I've had a lot of things. Again, I'm still going to go back to the fact that the vote will move the same word. Trump, do we forget that Trump actually changed the capital of Palestine to Tel Aviv? That was the other chess piece that pushed Biden to make it even worse. They're both on the same team, and Trump is a big seller, and he's a fraud, and he's broke. Why are we believing him as bad as broke? So, okay, I digress from that, but to answer your question about how early or how soon or when do I think I'm gonna vote to any party, if it has to be the day of, I will wait till the day of until I find a politician who and his party and a team and a plan, a strategy on how to actually take our democracy back the power. I do understand the strategy you guys are talking about when it comes to getting rid of the unified. I get that. But if it means setting ourselves out to Trump again, we did that last time. We did that many times before. Our community was not doing it anymore. Palestine is suffering because of our actions from people. We trusted them. They came to our community. So how much more money that is? I'm sorry, but it does not make sense why we trust them so quickly, even after they showed us time and time again that one, Trump will do whatever he wants. Two, Biden will do whatever he wants and still actually commit genocide. And we're over here wondering how are we going to punish Biden, and I agree he should be punished. But if there's a way that we can do something upended Biden and make sure Trump doesn't get in office, I'm not going to. So then he has to move on. So what would you do? I push what would you do if you could break the tie on election day? Vote for Biden and Biden wins. Vote for Trump and Biden loses and Trump wins. Vote for third party and you don't know what's going to happen. You know what's the fourth option? People are going to start wanting to not And what's gonna happen then?
What would you do?
I don't know. I don't know. That's why I said I'm always fully and we did that last time.
No, we didn't.
We tried it. We tried it. Yeah. And what did we do? We tried to get rid of Trump.
Yeah.
Because of that whole rhetoric of get Trump out. No, we want to get Trump out.
Kids, man.
Really?
I hate Trump, but he didn't go 40,000 kids.
But he moved the capital. He moved the capital.
Listen, I'm Palestinian, okay? And I'm just saying, just saying, the moving of the embassy was messed up. Fine. Biden also said he's going to do it. Listen, Trump also serves another interesting purpose. We live in a state with 2 Democratic senators, and that's good. It's fine. We live in a state with 2 Democratic senators and a Democratic governor. If Trump were president right now, I know that they would have called for a ceasefire. But it's China and they still have it. If we have to use stupid partisan politics, because the Democrats do the right thing, and that means elevating Trump for one cycle, listen, at a certain point we have to grow up a little bit. We have a chance to make this is not what they like. I work on presidential campaigns. I have voted for a party. I voted for Democrats. We have to decide. We have to decide very clearly what's your goal. One focus goal. We have to decide very clearly, are you willing to make the tough decision to achieve that goal? That's it. If your number one goal is fighting losing, then right. If your number one goal is voting your conscience, then maybe your number one goal is not fighting losing. It's okay. But then that means that's not your number one goal. But what if you can't have both? And it's very possible that you won't be able to have both. What would you do if it was really up to you? If you're saying you vote for a third party and then let it go to some other process when you have a chance to defeat Biden, then that's not your number one goal. It's fine. But then that's not your number one goal.
You are saying that if Trump becomes the president, we support Trump to make sure Biden loses. What's the guarantee he's going to stop the war and not continue with what Biden is
He
doing?
may very well continue with what Biden is doing. That's not the point. Trump is let me say it right. Trump is a liar and a con man and a racist and fraud and an idiot. He's probably never read a book in his life. He hasn't written a book. So let's be clear about it. But I do know this. I do know that if Trump were president right now, he would have had our 2 senators and our congressmen calling for a ceasefire. He would probably have a Democratic presidential candidate with ceasefire on their platform. He wouldn't have the Democratic Party trying to unseat pro-Palestinian candidates like they're doing now, which I'm all in, like they tried to do with some of them. Being pro-Palestinian would be on their platform. That doesn't mean we're really pro-Palestinian. It just means we know that when Trump does something, Democrats forget about it. By the way, it happened with the embassy. When Trump said he wanted to move the embassy, every Democrat, including even Nancy Pelosi, stood up and said this is a bad idea. When Biden said he wanted to keep it there, every Democrat applauded. This is not about whether or not Trump would have to. It's not about his policies. It's about what kind of environment is created when Trump is president. You create an environment that Democrats stand up against what he does. If we have to use this stupid, idiotic partisan politics, listen, we live in a country where there's an angel called Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader that nobody wins. We're not dealing with smart electorate. We're not dealing with smart politicians. If you have to deal with a system where they have to use their stupid partisan politics to get some Democrats to do the right thing, I'm okay with that. And that might mean having to make a hard decision on election. And as you said, he's already come to that decision. I'm saying keep all options open. But if you X out the option of Trump right now in order to beat Biden, I don't think that is a mature intellectual way of looking at it right now. You have to say I'm keeping all the options open at the very least. I like Jill Stein. I've done events for Jill Stein. Maybe I'll even
right? And let's face it, this racist has been spewed by the media, which is CNN, and these other news outlets that have been against Donald Trump since day one, since he came down the escalator. They've been against him. Well, when Trump was giving money to different organizations before he announced for president, Trump was the best person. Trump was friends with Hillary. Trump was friends with Biden. Trump was friends with every American politician out there. They invited him to weddings. They used to go out together. They used to have parties together. And now all of a sudden, when Trump became president, he's a racist, he's a bad man. Trump gave the most money to HBCUs, the most president had gave money to historically black colleges and universities, other than any other president. And now we're still going to sit there and call him racist. I mean, this is just rhetoric that's hiding the main issue, which is we need to not vote for Biden because Biden is a war criminal. If you could tell me that Trump is a war criminal, I will tell you know what, you're right, but I can't stand for that because Biden is a war criminal, and Biden said it himself. He is the biggest scientist.
Real quick, if the situation were reversed, I was a Republican my entire life, and this was happening under Trump, I would say the exact same thing 100%. I would have voted for Biden to punish Trump. I just want to make sure that's clear. And by the way, so
Let me move to the next question, which kind of is towards all of you, especially pro-Trump people or pro-Trump voting people. Many say that if you vote for Trump and knowing you know he's going to do the same, if not worse, you are going to have blood on your hands, and therefore, ousting Biden should not be your first priority. Your first priority should be saving Palestinian lives. How do you respond to that criticism that we should not be not voting for Biden, voting in such a way that would still allow Biden to get elected?
okay, I've been refraining from making this argument, but I'm going to make it now. Let's be honest with each other. I remember the election in 2020 very vividly when people were saying we need grown-ups in the White House. We need this guy is the man, he's deranged, meaning Trump. We're going to get into World War III with North Korea. We're going to have war with Iran. We're going to have war to this, war to this, war to that. What happened under the Trump administration versus the Biden administration? Have we had more wars or less wars under Biden? The truth of the matter is, the administration with the Republicans and the Democrats, they both the military industrial complex, they both support the war. However, Trump is 4 years. We had much less war under Trump than we have with Biden. So it's a false argument with all due respect. And so I have to look at the evidence, not based on, well, what could have happened, what should have happened. I'm looking with my own eyes right now. 2,000 bombs being dropped on refugee camps. Are you telling me that the Biden administration is so weak, is so weak, they couldn't tell it, Israel you can't drop 2,000 bombs on 2,000 bombs on a refugee camp? And you're telling me you're still okay with it in another term? Because if you go to a third party, it means there's a potentially could get another second term. And what I'm saying is that has to be, I want personally 0% chance that Biden gets on. Zero. So I just want to put a little back on that. Tell me one more that Trump started. No offense, because he hasn't started any single war. Okay, but let me just say, I understand your point. Look, we have to be very careful, and I'm with everything that Matt just said. I'm not worried about myself. We have to be careful, not again. We have to be mature about there might be a difficult choice that we have to use Trump to defeat Biden. But we also have to be careful not to boost Trump on the policy. Okay, Trump is a liar, a con man. He might be the way we have to be Biden, so we can't have this point of view. But we can't have this point of view. We don't want to be invited. The last thing you want is to be the Arab that gets invited to the Republican National Convention and put you on the stage. That's the last thing you want. Yes, we might have to use Trump to defeat Biden, but we don't want to look like we're pro his policies. I know that
But this is what I want to aggravate about. I want to aggravate to the fact is that Biden is working. Yes, we would culture into the vote. Yeah, he's a con man. Yeah, he's this. Yeah, he's that. But it doesn't defeat the fact that a murderer is sitting in that White House.
Can I just get a show of hands for wrapping up? I just want a show of hands from you guys, panelists. How many of you think that we should formally endorse any candidate at all through a ban by law? Doesn't matter who. Do you believe that a ban by a campaign should endorse a candidate? You believe they should? Thank you guys so much. I want to thank all the panelists for their time and apologize for the delays that were had earlier. We appreciate you all.
The people of Palestine and Kashmir look to us. They want to see a unified response from us about their human rights, about their democratic rights, rights which United Nations Security Council resolutions have given them, and unfortunately not implemented. We should, on every forum, raise our voices and a unified stance.